Welcome back to Guru Beauty. I am Jodie coming at you with my favorite beauty products for the month of July. I have a bunch of makeup and not much else for you, but this first item, this is an item that I picked up taking advantage of my own discount code on modiva.com.au. They did send me a 25mm curling barrel. I really liked that, and I was offering, I think, 30% off with a discount code up until the end of July, and I ended up purchasing their 32mm clipless curling wand. This is how I styled my hair today. It's obviously a looser wave type product. It just adds sort of body and bend, and I'm really pleased with it. Definitely a favorite. I've had quite a bit of fun this month with different foundations and primers, and I have quite a few different things to show you in terms of face makeup. I'll start with one of my favorite primer combinations that was great for smoothing as well as oil control. This was probably in the first half of the month. First one is Laura Mercier's Oil-Free Foundation Primer. I found that this was a really nice one for smoothing and moderate oil control as well. Now, it's not mattifying, so I think if you're more oily than me, and I'm combination oily, really just sort of T-zone area, then you may need something a little bit more mattifying, but I found this was beautiful. It didn't sort of take away the radiance of the makeup, but it definitely did help oil control in the T-zone. And then when I needed a little bit more control in the T-zone, i.e. if I was wearing a dewier foundation, I wanted to get a little bit more oil control around my nose and T-zone area, I would use these in combination with the Oil-Free from Laura Mercier all over my face, and then just around my nose, around the corners of my nose, up here, I would use a little bit of M.A.C oil control lotion, and I found that they worked absolutely beautifully together. So I thoroughly recommend those for you combination oily girls out there. Speaking of Laura Mercier, I have been using these two new foundations from her line prolifically for a review on behalf of adorebeauty.com.au. She has two new Silk Cream foundations. They have reformulated the original Silk Cream foundation into what is now known as the Silk Cream Oil-Free Photo Edition foundation. Not a flat matte product, still you've got a lovely sort of luminosity coming through, great coverage, very camera friendly, lasts nicely throughout the day. I thought a lot of this foundation. I'll let you know more in that review video. And then I was also using the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Moisturizing Photo Edition foundation. Really nice for my combination oily skin. Again, loved the coverage, the longevity. I thought that it applied beautifully and made my skin just look beautiful, radiant, healthy, gorgeous. Now, I matched myself to the Laura Mercier Moisturizing in medium Ivory and to the Silk Cream Oil-Free in Cashew Beige. The shades are not interchangeable. If you are interested in checking these out, do go in store and make sure that you have a match for yourself. Don't rely on your old Laura Mercier shade matches to just, you know, get the same shade, especially the moisturizing. It does certainly seem to run a lot darker. Some other products I've really been enjoying on the face this month include this primer foundation combination from L'Oreal. They have finally launched the Infallible 24-Hour Pro Matte range, and I've really been enjoying the Infallible Mattifying Base from L'Oreal. Very silicone-y, very full of cyclopentasiloxane, which for me is very smoothing and certainly long-lasting throughout the day, as well as a bit of oil control, I think, is what I get from that ingredient. And then in combination with the Infallible 24-Hour Matte, which I've been led to believe is the same as the American Pro Matte foundation. Really been enjoying this. I've matched myself to the shade 22 Radiant Beige, wearing this combination today, and really pleased with how they make my skin look. Something else I've really been enjoying for my face this month has been applying my powder with the same damp beauty blender that I've applied my liquid foundation with. It seems to help not apply too much powder at all in the first place, and everything just sort of blends in right away. It's all sort of homogeneous rather than powder sitting on top. I've really been loving applying my powder with the damp beauty blender, and one of my favorite powders that I've been using that technique with is something that was sent to me by BOE Professional. This is a really inexpensive range, and this is their Pro Finish High Definition Finishing Powder. It is a talc based loose powder, similar to, you know, the Makeup Forever, all of those silica type powders. Very fine white powder. Sets everything beautifully, doesn't make it too mattified, but makes everything just last a lot longer, and it's a beautiful setting powder. Damp Beauty Blender, great combination. Really have been enjoying that. A latecomer to my monthly favorites, another face makeup product, is from Chanel. August 2nd, today is the date that Chanel Australia is launching the Summer Fall 2015 collection, and this blush is absolutely gorgeous. I am wearing it today, if you can see. This is their Joues Contrast Powder Blush in 260 Alezane. This is a beautiful everyday rosy shade. There is some glitter and sparkle when you swatch it. I really don't notice that on my face, surprisingly enough. It's just a gorgeous rosy shade that has a beautiful sheen. You really don't need a separate highlighter with this product. Just adds life in a second to your face. It's a beautiful shade. I would thoroughly recommend picking that up if you are into Chanel. Moving on, I did have to visit quite a few price lines before I finally found it, but Maybelline has released their Nudes palette into the Australian market, and it's lovely. You know, for me, it doesn't replace Urban Decay's Naked palette. It's not a duplicate or anything like that, but it does have a lovely everyday range of shades. It's not amazing quality, it's not bad quality, but it's a great everyday palette. I would recommend it for you if you are looking for a decent, affordable, easy to get brand, a great combination of mattes and shimmers. Two other products that have just launched. Illamasqua has released an Australian exclusive collection called Selection 94 in Maya stores, as well as online at maya.com.au. They sent me a few products to try from that collection, and they are beautiful. I've really been enjoying them. I did do a get ready with me video featuring some of those, so I'll include a link to that video down below. These are my favorites from that collection. This is a powder blush. Really, it's a highlighter, and it's in the color Rush. The Get Ready With Me that I did used this as a highlighter on my cheekbones as well as a lid eye color, and really like that. That's a lovely highlighter. And then I've really been enjoying the pigment that they sent me as well. This is part of, I think, their permanent collection around the world, but it may be the first time that it's come to Australia. This pure pigment is in the shade Fervent, and Fervent is one of those sort of browny, warm base loose pigments with that blue-green shimmer sparkle. It's just a stunning pigment. It's beautiful. Again, I do use this in the Get Ready With Me video, and it's, yeah, it's lovely. Very reminiscent of like MAC's blue-brown pigment type shade. Big fan when I've got the time to play with a loose powder, and that's not usually my work days. It's more of a weekend getting ready situation. Some other products that I've really been enjoying for my eyes this month. Well, let's go with the brows. I've really been trying a different technique with my brows lately. I think it's really been working for me. I've been getting lots of compliments on my brows in Instagram. I've been using this eyebrow gel from Savvy. Savvy is a Priceline brand, very affordable. This is just a clear brow gel. I put this in my brows first. This is the first thing that I do, brow gel. Then I go into my Alison Jade, the Brows Have It palette. It's a brow palette. Alison Jade is a brow artist. And I've been applying a combination of these 4 shades into my brows. I'll use a really sort of stiff, stubbly, angled brush, and I'll apply these 2 light shades to sort of shape my brows, and then I'll go in with these darker shades just to sort of darken up the outer half of my eyebrow and you know, add in little I guess hair-like marks, and for a really natural, lovely, defined look. Then I'll go back in either with my clear brow gel from Savvy or my Benefit Gimme Brow. Great effect. I've been really pleased with the way that's been working. So if you have been struggling with brows, maybe try putting a clear brow gel in first. Hopefully it'll work for you like it has worked for me. Another product I've been enjoying for my eyes this month is something that was sent to me from Model Co. I'm not overly familiar with the brand. This is a new product called Lash and Line. It's a super lash mascara and liquid eyeliner. What I love about it is that it's an all-in-one. So you've got not only your mascara in a sort of curved spoony type mascara wand. This is a great lengthening, defining mascara that sort of adds volume to your lashes without being clumpy. And then it has in the lid of the mascara a little liquid eyeliner nib. Now this is a very short liquid liner wand, so you really have to sort of learn how to use that short little wand. And as with liquid liners, often if you've got sort of any sort of wrinkles in your eyelids like me, you will find that liquid liner, this is very watery, I guess. It is pigmented, but the texture is very, very watery, so it will creep into little fine lines and wrinkles. Now, I never put on liquid liner without sort of smudging out the edge with a smudger brush and a bit of powder shadow to just sort of set it and soften that line. So while it has run a little bit into my wrinkles and little fine lines on my lid, it hasn't traveled very far, and I've been able to smudge it out and create a beautiful look with it. Again, I am wearing this today, and I've really been enjoying this tiny little felt tip nib for finishing off my lashes. So when I put a pair of lashes on, I'm able to get right between my own lashes and the false lashes. Any gaps are blackened out, very pigmented, and it does last a long time. It's not waterproof, but it is smudge proof and long wearing, and the mascara is lovely. So I do really like this for if you are traveling, if you carry a mascara and liner in a makeup bag. This is a really nice one. I'll include links down below. One last product for the hair. I've got a few products for the lips and then a couple of misses for you this month. This one has just been released from Joico. This is a hair texturizer. It's called Hair Shake, and it's a liquid to powder finishing texturizer. I am wearing it today. I really have been enjoying wearing texturizers lately, and if you're familiar with those texturizing powders, they can be a little bit fiddly. You know, you're shaking powder into your hair that's not typically the color of your hair, and you've got to then blend it in. This just makes that step a lot easier. It does spray in like a liquid. It's got a shakeable, so you do shake it. Spray it into your hair, your roots, right down the lengths of your hair for added texture, and then it does dry to a powder. It gives you a really nice modern type texture. I've really been enjoying it and would recommend that you check that out if you do want an alternative from those powder texturizers. A really nice product there from Joico. Now onto the lips. I have been getting plenty of compliments on my lip color on all of my makeup graveyard videos. I use the same intro in each of those videos, and I don't know how, but I regularly forget to put my lip color in that, and I get asked about it all the time. This is a favorite of mine. It's from NARS. It's one of their audacious lipsticks. You can see how vibrant it is and why it would get noticed. This is called Mercier, and I love it. It doesn't look clown-like. It does look lovely. The other color that has featured very, very well and been complimented quite a bit this month is part of Tom Ford's new lip color matte range, and it's in Velvet Violet. It's a deeper, vibrant shade than Mercier. I have gotten a lot of compliments in videos that I've worn this in photos that I've posted on Instagram. Love it, love it. One of my favorite colors for the season, I would say. Now, even though it's matte too, it's not drying on the lips. It's just a beautiful texture, very, very comfortable. Love Tom Ford, can do no wrong. Thoroughly recommend Velvet Violet if you are interested in checking that out. And a couple more lip products before the misses. These ones were sent to me from M.A.C Factor. They are beautiful, buttery feeling balms that pack a lot of punch in terms of color. I was sent two shades. This one here is called Charming Coral. It looks absolutely beautiful on the lips. And then this shade is called Refined Rose. I'm not typically a balmy type girl. I like a color on my lips. These feel beautiful, they feel hydrating, and yet they sort of perform and behave like a lipstick. I really love those products from M.A.C Factor, and I'm really surprised about it. And then the final lip product I've really been enjoying this month is from Clinique. It is their Clinique Pop Lip Color and Primer in the shade 01 Nude Pop. I do get compliments on this when I've worn this in videos before. Nude Pop is just a lovely everyday nude. It is one of the products that I'm wearing on my lips today. Great everyday color on the lips. I think would suit most people who are into nudes that aren't naked blank out type shades. Okay, and now what would be a favorites video without a couple of misses? I do want to share these ones with you. First one is from M.A.C Cosmetica. These are their Clean Slate Makeup Removing Wipes. M.A.C has a great house brand. They offer a wide range of products. They're very, very well known for their primer, their soft focus primer, as well as their To Save Face Daily Sunscreen Moisturizers. They've got an SPF 30 and an SPF 50. I've had some great experiences with some of M.A.C's own brand, but the Clean Slate Makeup Removing Wipes, don't do it. I found that they were not effective at all in taking off any kind of eye makeup, mascara, liner. I use these now as a way to just take swatches off my hand. It's not nearly as effective as I was hoping. When I read on the back, clean slate makeup removing wipes effortlessly remove all traces of makeup from eyes, lips and face. I expect more. These certainly did not deliver, so I would not bother if I were you. And then finally, I wanted to report on the Cover FX custom cover drops. I have read and researched a lot about this product and I still haven't found a way that I love them. I've tried adding a couple of drops. I've tried adding, 4 to 5 drops. It's a very pigmented product. I don't love them. And while they're not necessarily a miss, I am still working on these. I have already had a lot of comments on previous videos about how people like to work with these, what products they like to use them with. I haven't hated them. I haven't not enjoyed them, but I am still working to find the very best, and it's certainly not a rave for me. So I just want to balance the information that's out there. The custom cover drops from Cover FX are yet to be a rave from me. I have not experienced the joy that many people have felt with these. That's resulted in a whole lot of hype. So just balancing things out there. But that's about it from me. That's everything that I've really been enjoying this month. I hope that you enjoyed. Please let me know, and everyone else who's watching and reading the comments, know what you've enjoyed this month. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a gorgeous day. Please don't forget, you are beautiful. But you know what? It's one thing to look at. Make sure you be it. And I will see you again really, really soon. Bye.